Making idle promises not to nail any more gods to trees. This is Tell It to Someone. First question is from Silliest Mind. Who is that sneaking up behind you? Well, of course, I don't know. I don't see anybody back there, but I assume that somebody is going to be sneaking up behind me after this one, possibly fact-checking with Carl Smallwood or maybe Mitchell 00. I don't know. I don't know who else you're watching or whatever after me. I don't know who's next in your thing list, subscription list. If you're subscribed to people at all. I mean, you could be subscribed to Aaron Rowe or something. He uploads tonight. Maybe even you want to watch an old Vlogbrothers video. I really don't know. I would like for Vodka to do it, but he hasn't uploaded in like 5 years. So I really don't know who is coming after me. Next question is from Izef. If you did have a cool sign-off, what would it be? It would be what? Just what? That's really cool because it leads into something more. It leads into something more than what it already is. See? Even when I said it in that last sentence, it led to already is. So that's cool. That's cool. Right, next question is from Robert Bow. Who is your favourite Hemsworth brother, and why isn't it either Liam or Luke? Well, of course, Chris Hemsworth. I mean, I was in a film with a Hemsworth brother. It was called, it was about that guy. It's called Kenny, okay? It was about a guy who emptied outdoor dunnies for a living. And I was in that one, and it had a Hemsworth in it, which gives me a bacon number of 3. I can't remember which Hemsworth it was. I don't know whether he had a hammer or not. So I'm just going to leave it open at that, I think. Next question is from Robert Wallace. Why are the clouds eating reality, gobbling presents with our catapults? Yeah. Well, that answers itself, doesn't it? I mean, why aren't they? It's a rhetorical question, really, because I have no idea how to answer it. But I suppose because clowns are reality and they eat reality, well, I mean, they eat real things, okay? And sometimes they eat pretend things. And sometimes they're just trapped in a small box and have to be rescued somehow in a tiny car with lots of people. So I really don't know. The Great Fish asked, your cool sign-off is not having a cool sign-off, it's just a cool sign-off inside of a paradox. That's what I should have told the other person, but I already said that in another one, and I'm trying not to repeat my answers too much. Kind of. The Great Fish also asked, if somebody threw a duck at you and shouted duck, would you say duck or would you say yes it is? Or I could say yes it is a duck. That way I'd cover both things. I mean, if it was thrown at me, then I would be the one who has to duck, and I wouldn't have to say duck to somebody else because I'd be standing here on my own, because who wants to stand next to me? I have ducks being thrown at me. So, and, have you ever been hit by a duck? Ask Fabio. He was hit by a goose, yes, but geese also, do a lot of damage. And you've seen the size of the ducks that I used to have. They're massive. They're almost the size of geese. And you can ask Captain Sully what geese can do to a plane. And imagine having that done to your face, like Fabio did. I got hit by a duck too at one point. So that's why I look like Fabio. Next question is from, I tied it back, didn't I? Next question is from Bob in. Why do Aussies drive on the wrong side of the road anyway? Well, we drive on the right side of the road, which is the correct side of the road, which is the left side of the road. It's really that simple. It's you all people out there in America land that drive on the wrong side of the road, which is the right side of the road, the incorrect side of the road. I mean, if you drove on the right side of the road here in Australia, you would get hit by oncoming traffic unless you were driving on the correct side of the road. Well, the right side of the road being the correct side of the road, which is the left side of the road. Americans. It's the metric side of the road, okay? We have to do it all in kilometres and stuff. Next question from the Naked Wombat is this. At the risk of rabbiting on, how much can a duck bear by playing chicken if left stranded on a zebra crossing before getting one's ghost? Well, a duck can bear about, they can bear a lot of weight. And, the only thing that'll stop it, if it's the size of a goose, is an airplane engine. And then it will sort of die. And they can't bear that. They can't bear an airplane engine. So anything less than an airplane engine, they could probably do that. But people, stop traffic for ducks anyway. The little ducklings, cross the road. And the cop is just standing there stopping the traffic and shooting the black guys who don't stop because they just shoot black guys anyway. That's what I think happens in America. Because they were driving on the wrong side of the road. The right side. Next question, Jonathan Stern. We all know Superman didn't make any money saving the world from Solomon Grundy. But how much could he make if he was sponsored by Audible? Well, I mean, Superman, it depends on what sort of podcast he had. But, look, it's very hard to kill Solomon Grundy anyway. He is an immortal swamp monster. And, in order to, that's where the solution lies. If there's money in swamp monsters. And apparently, because Donald Trump is draining the swamp, then, and all the swamp monsters are coming to the surface, and then Mueller takes the swamp monsters and puts them in prison. Maybe you can get rid of Solomon Grundy by putting him in Washington, letting Trump put him in his cabinet and getting Mueller to arrest him, and then he can take Solomon Grundy's cash reserves and take that because he's been avoiding tax because he's a swamp monster, and that'll make money, and you can give that money to Superman. Yeah, so in short, that's how you do it. That's how you make money by defeating swamp monster Solomon Grundy. Last question is from Matt Yabs. How do we unite hussies in skirt theory with the ducks? Okay, so you've got ducks which are in the banks. They are making deposits on the banks, and they're putting the bills in the water after making deposits in the banks, and that means they're sort of recycling their own deposits, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they put the deposits in the water too, and then they dip their bills in at the banks, and it's quite nasty. And then you've got to look at the hussies in the skirts and the hussies not wearing the skirts. And I don't think we have to unite the hussies in skirts with the duck theory at all, or the Solomon Grundy theory that I came on to later, because we can all do that. We can all make money by jailing swamp creatures. That's not an issue that I know about, that I just made up, basically, because it's getting dark, too dark to see, knocking on heaven's door and all that. I am just padding now. I have no idea what I'm doing, and see, that's the dovetail question. And yeah, it's something suitable for this episode. I mean, it's not great, but it's okay. I think. I mean, if you answer it and all that, then I've got something to do next week, apart from, you know, answering your questions, which I'll do down below in the YouTube video. Not other places, just in the YouTube video. Or you can ask a video question. I've worked out how to put those into my videos. So you can do that. You can do that if you have something to ask. Or I can just say I'm dangerously talented and I don't have a cool sign-off. When? How? Where? Where? When? What? What was it? What? What? I think that was a good callback. What?